Corbin Rodriguez again on YouTube. I just want to tell you guys that, hey, I have a few likes. I have people who viewed my video and all that stuff. Well, maybe not a few likes, but I have like 1 like so far. But other than that, I just want to thank you for your likes and all that stuff. I have 1 subscriber, so thank you, whoever that was. And just wanted to talk about the normal stuff about how unconstitutional our government is and how they plan to enslave us. Well, how do they plan to do that? Well, that's all normal stuff, normal BS. Anyways, as you can see, I got my multicam gear on. I've been out paintballing today. Me and my buddies went out to the fields and we went to go paintballing. So, what can I tell you? Oh, I see that you see my gun right here. This right here is a .40 caliber carbine made by High Point. Now this baby, I can really hit some targets with this. I've shot this many times. I'm very proud of it, and it is very, very, very accurate, and I really like it. But we're not going to talk about the carbine today. As I said, we're going to talk about the unconstitutional laws of what we're going through. Number 1. The unconstitutional laws is about how they're going to abolish our Second Amendment. Now this in turn is going to what I talked about earlier, slavery, how they plan to enslave you. Now, how do they plan to enslave us? Well, let me tell you something. First, they're going to take away your rights. The government always wants to, in order to conquer a nation, you have to take away a few things from people. Number 1, take away their rights. Freedom of speech will be no longer allowed. But the first thing they want to do is make sure you're disarmed. So, what they're going to do, take away your firearms. So when they take away your firearms, you won't have any way to defend yourself or, speak your mind to people. So, and then number 2, freedom of speech. They're going to take away that. And number 3, take away all your other amendments. This way you have no rights at all. And this way they tell you what to do, when to do it, and all that stuff. It'll be ridiculous. And basically people will be forced into labor camps and all that fun stuff. It'd be ridiculous. Now, on the upside, on the upside of this, well, actually I take that back. There is no upside to this. Fooled ya. No, not really. But people think that our government is there to help us, think that our government is going to, support us. No, they don't. They have their own private agenda. Our government has its own private agenda. How do I know? Well, it's just a hunch, to be honest. It is. It is just a hunch. Because, if you kind of think about it, our government has been responsible for probably countless stuff. Our government's probably been responsible for countless actions conducted here in the United States, and probably not just in the United States, but in foreign countries as well. They're responsible for more assassinations than any other government. Also, they're probably responsible for the Kennedy assassination as well. I'm not going to lie about that one. Yes, I'm a big government conspiracist as well. I read up on this stuff. People think of the CIA. To be honest, I do think that our government was responsible for the Kennedy assassination because, for one, he was going to ally the United States with Russia during the space race. This way, we can, expand the human race out into space. And number 2, he was going to, not just that, but also, he was going to expose a plot about the government's plans and all that stuff to the world. And he's going to find out who's responsible for it. That's the second thing. And number 3, another thing is that he had a lot of big plans, putting money towards, other places and all that stuff. And not to mention, he wanted to pull out our troops from Vietnam. He didn't want to keep the war in Vietnam going. He wanted to pull our troops back because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the casualties. It wasn't worth the money. It wasn't worth none of that stuff. He was wanting to focus on the families and getting our troops out of there. But what did the government do? They had him assassinate, and they prolonged the war. And then whoever else took his place. And another reason this subject came up is because, around the world. Another reason why this subject came up was because I had someone come up to me today, and they asked me, it wasn't really a particular question. It was just mainly about, do I believe in gun control? I told him, no, I don't believe in gun control at all. I told him I believe in a free nation. I believe in a free country. People who are allowed to speak their minds. People who actually, believe in liberty. And the guy said, I'm right along with you. Matter of fact, I asked him a couple of questions like, why are you asking me this question? I mean, what the heck brought this up? And apparently, I guess he saw one of my videos on YouTube, and he says he's with a certain group of people. I'm not going to, make any assumptions, but I'm assuming he's with a militia group, American militia group. And he says, we believe in the Constitution in which our founding fathers laid down over 200 years ago. We believe in the Constitution in which our founding fathers laid down for us, for abide by, for us to have a free nation of free people. Not a nation run by Democrats. Not a nation run by dictators. Not a nation run by tyrants. So I simply said, yeah, I absolutely agree with him. I mean, we had a long, about 45-minute long conversation because I was going to the Home Depot anyway. I was in the Home Depot anyway, and pretty much I had to get a whole bunch of shit anyway, so. But no, it's just the way our government is, it wouldn't surprise me if they are planning a way to enslave us. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. The way our government is, yeah, I had to take my glasses off because, yeah, I just can't, I had to get this shit out of my eyes. But anyway, the way our government is, and don't get me wrong, our government has always been trying to find a way to control the people. Because you got to think about it. A people with no rights, no laws, no nothing, they're the easiest to control. How is that so? Well, for one, they have no rules. They have nothing. They have absolutely nothing to abide by. When they see a superior power, what are they going to do? They're going to turn towards that and look at it as a higher power, higher view, person that can help them and all that stuff if they abide by certain rules, and so on and so forth. And you probably know the rest from there. But people think our government is not, think our government is not going to enslave us, think they're not going to hurt us or this and that. That's where you're wrong. Our government can do wherever the hell they want, and they can get away with it. For example, say you saw an assassination, and you saw the agent who assassinated him, and he was a government agent. What are they going to do? They'll make you disappear. Or better yet, they give you two options. One, you keep your mouth quiet, and you vow an oath of secrecy, and you're never to say a word of this to anyone. Or two, you can open your mouth to the media, and of course the government will immediately deny it. They'll immediately deny your very, speech and all that stuff. And then, what will happen? They'll make you disappear. And that's a guarantee. People don't think about it, because the government has so much power. We actually let the government. This is what we did. We let the government have all that power, and they're ruling. They rule most places with an iron fist. But what we need to do as a people, as a nation, what we need to do, and I'm talking to the U.S. citizens, the patriots. I'm talking to the U.S. citizens, the patriots, the militias, everyone. I'm talking to everyone. Stop believing the government. Because the government is not going to help you one way or another. I mean, the only thing they're going to do is be like, because that's what, they're going to soon tell you need to give up your right for a little bit of safety and security. If I remember correctly, someone once said that once. That's when the government controls and asks you to give up your safety and security and give up your liberty. Actually, no, I take that back. No. It actually goes, when the government controls and they ask you to give up your freedom and your liberty for safety and security, you deserve neither. For the government cannot promise that. And I think that was actually Thomas Jefferson. I think he may have said it differently, but that was Thomas Jefferson, if I remember correctly. And believe it or not, people who are outspoken, who speaks their minds about the government, they are labeled as traitors. Well, I'll tell you who the traitors are. The traitors are freaking Obama. The traitors are freaking Hillary. The freaking, traitors are pretty much all the Democratic parties. Those are the traitors. The traitors are pretty much the, people who are running the government right now. People don't believe it. Because what? Why do you think there's so many unlawful and so many unconstitutional shit that's going around? That's because traitors are running our government. tyrants who want to, fucking cede to their own agenda. People don't think about it, but that's how it is. And not to mention, it's just one thing after another. It's one thing to take away a person's right to own a firearm, but when you start, want to make, people change their beliefs or, all this other stuff, it's not right. And plus, not to mention with the whole Bundy Ranch thing going on, them losing their ranch to the federal government, that was not right neither. Hell, those people lost a lot of jobs. Hell, the guy can't even, freaking leave a ranch for his family anymore. So yeah, it's bullshit. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits on the video right here. And hit the like button below if you like this video. And yeah, and subscribe if you want. Like, subscribe, wherever you want, or dislike, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm still going to make more videos whether you like it or not, so. But anyways, I just, like I said, I feel sorry for those who actually lost their, gun rights and all that stuff. The people up there and people up there in Massachusetts and California. I really do feel sorry for you guys, and I honestly wish that things were going different for y'all. But hey, like I said, we as a nation need to stand together. We as a nation need to stand together, people. We need to stand together. We need to rise up. And hey Hillary, hey Obama, how about you do something for once? How about you take away your security? Guess what? If you take away our guns, you need to take away your security. Because you want to know why? Why don't you feel like, how about you feel what we feel and all that stuff? Feel what we feel with no security, no guns. Guess what? Our guns is our security. Like you have bodyguards all around you. Hillary, Obama having about 20 to 25 bodyguards around you. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Drop your security, Obama. Drop your security, Hillary. And see what happens in 30 seconds. And trust me, when everyone knows that the White House is not guarded, see what happens in the next 30 seconds. I guarantee you, none of you will be on planet Earth right now. Actually, y'all would be wiped off the face of the earth. And not to mention, I believe in firearms. I believe they protect families. And you want to take that away from me? I dare you. Because you're not going to take away my rights. I've been a proud gun owner for many years, and you're not going to do that. And by the way, it's time for us to rise up and bring back the Constitution in which our founding fathers laid down. It's time for us to rise up and bring back everything our founding fathers laid down and gave their lives for. It's time for us to take a stand. It's time for us to take a stand, people. Either you stand, with us and believe in the liberty and the freedom, or you stand against us and just want to be a posse for the government. It's your choice. Me, personally, I do not want to be a posse for the government. I've done my time in the Army, and believe me, it was all fun and games and all that stuff, but believe me, I don't believe in freaking being a posse for the government. If it means, having to do doing stuff that's, outside the Constitution or that I consider, not right, I'm not going to do it. But anyways, subscribe, like, and peace.